Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sam Zagar. Today I'm going to talk to you about manifesting generators. A lot of the information I'm going to give you though are answers to questions or comments I've had in my comment section where people are inquiring about mani-gens. Usually they are manifesting generators and they have a couple of questions. One of the questions I got recently was, if I'm a mani-gen, am I a hybrid between a generator and a manifestor? I think that's an excellent question because the name manifesting generator really implies that this is a generator that manifests. That's what the word is. Now, while we're talking about what the word is, it's important to acknowledge that Ra was not given the names for the types. He wasn't given the name manifestor generator. So the actual name for the type isn't necessarily source-based knowledge. What's source-based knowledge are the mechanics that create the type, not necessarily what they ended up being named. We're going to look at the mechanics that create the type. I'm going to highlight for you things that are common between the generator and the manifesting generator, and things that are not common between the manifesting generator and the manifestor. Ultimately, the goal here is to fully show you and explain to you why the manifesting generator is, at the end of the day, a generator, or simply said, a sacral being. A manifesting generator is not its own type. There are 4 types within human design. They are the reflector, the projector, the manifestor, and the generator. And within the generator family is the pure generator and the manifesting generator. So what's the difference between the two? Let's start at the most foundational aspect, which is the aura. It is the aura that creates the type. Now, when we're looking at the aura of a manifesting generator, that aura comes through mechanical definition. The mechanics required to make something be in the sacral family are a defined sacral center. As soon as there is a defined sacral center, the aura is open and enveloping. Open and enveloping. If you are a generator, you have a defined sacral center. If you are a manifesting generator, you have a defined sacral center. Both variations of generators have the defined sacral center. It is the defined sacral center that creates a open and enveloping aura. Now, to contrast this with the mechanics for a manifestor will never have a defined sacral center. They will never have generative energy. But what a manifestor does have is motor to throat definition. There has to be a way for a motor to end up directly reaching the throat. Now, for a manifestor, it can be the root motor, the solar plexus motor, or the ego motor that eventually finds its way to the throat, but never the sacral. Otherwise, we would be in the generator family. Now, the difference between a pure generator and a manifesting generator in terms of mechanics is that a pure generator will not have the sacral motor going to the throat. A manifesting generator will have a sacral motor that eventually connects to the throat. Now, there is one pure manifesting generator channel, and it's the channel of charisma. In the sacral center, you have gate 34, and it will go up to gate 20 in the throat center. The channel of charisma is the only direct motor, sacral motor, to throat channel, and that's what makes a pure manifesting generator. So right off the bat, if we only looked at aura definition, which is created by mechanics, if there is a defined sacral, it belongs to the generator family. If there is not a defined sacral, but it's motor to throat, you're in the manifestor family. Now, just this information is enough to clearly define that a manifesting generator is not a hybrid of a generator and a manifestor, because a manifesting generator has sacral definition, has an open and enveloping aura. It has a strategy of waiting to respond. The sacral aura creates the strategy of waiting to respond. It means that there is energy, and this energy must be used in its totality in order to exhaust the person so that they can go to sleep and regenerate in order to have more energy to reuse the next day. If we were again to compare this with the Manifestor strategy is to inform before initiating. I know that there is still this question of, but what does the manifesting word mean? Why did we call it the manifesting generator? All you need to know there is motor to throat. Motor to throat equals manifest. Motor to throat equals manifest. If you have a motor to throat, you either have a manifestor or you have a manifesting generator. Those are the only two that are going to have a motor to throat. What that means is that the phrase to manifest means to speak with power, means to bring something into existence. The definition of what it is to manifest within human design, to manifest according to your mechanics, to have motor to throat, the ability to speak into form, truly. That's very, very different from the generalized concept that many people in the world teach about manifestation. If somebody is teaching manifestation and they're saying that anybody can do it, they may be using the word manifest, but they're using the word in a way that the definition is irrelevant for human design. They're not the same definition, they're not the same word, it's not the same use of the word. Now I'm going to compare the manifesting generator to the projector, and here's why. A lot of the times when the argument or the debate comes up about whether it is 4 types or 5 types, you can sometimes have people say, if we're going to acknowledge the 2 types of generators, maybe we should be acknowledging the many different types of projectors. What are the subtypes or subcategories of projectors? Now, there is some value in doing this, but there's also a way in which it actually just doesn't work. When we are looking at the manifesting generator and the generator as 2 separate classifications of the same sacral being, what we have to acknowledge is that a manifesting generator can have pure sacral authority, and a generator can have pure sacral authority. And a manifesting generator can have emotional authority, and a regular generator can have emotional authority. So both of these variations within type have the same access to the same authorities. That's not the same for projectors. With projectors, you might say that we have subtypes, as in there is the mental projector, the ego projector, the self-projected projector, the splenic projector, the emotional projector. But every single one of those has different mechanics made from different channels with different authority. The splenic projector, it's the splenic authority. The emotional projector, it's the emotional authority. The self-projected projector, it's the soundboard authority. So the different classifications of projectors are classified according to their authority. Whereas when we're looking at the different classifications of generators, they're not classified according to authority. They are classified according to whether there is motor to throat or whether there is not motor to throat. Last point I want to make is that acknowledging that a manifesting generator is somebody who has a motor to throat mechanic, I have to acknowledge the power of what that kind of mechanic can do. The manifesting generator is, in theory, a very, very powerful design, creature, person. I don't know what you want to call yourself. You're a powerful type. You have a very, very powerful mechanic. Now, the downside to that is, unless you have a lot of patience, it's gonna blow up in your face frequently. Patience is a virtue. Let me say this again. Patience is a virtue, and so is trust, and so is self-love, and so is self-respect, because if you can have all of those things, then you'll be able to wait. You'll trust, you'll believe that things are coming to you, that your aura truly is magnetic, that it truly does pull things towards you, and that what is right for you is coming to you. But you have to have the discerning ability to either respond or reject. Respond yes, respond no, and follow through with what that response actually is. Unfortunately, most sacral beings, and especially Manigens, have been raised by their parents and by society to be go-getters. Just do it. Go initiate. Go take action. And when they do that, they meet a lot of resistance. Unless they have waited to respond, because you can't forget the core of what makes a manifesting generator is that they have a sacral center defined. It creates a response. It has an aura that pulls things in. You must pull the thing in order to respond, in order to actually know how much energy you have to put towards something. If you're just initiating, you're likely burning out. You're likely starting a lot of projects that you're not able to finish, because the truth is, you didn't wait for a response. You acted from the mind, and you didn't have enough energy to follow through. You got frustrated, and you probably quit. The manifesting part of the manifesting generator is about the motor to throat, and it's about how much power there is that can really be brought out. But the response must happen first. And that's the difference between being a Manigen and actually being a manifestor. A real manifestor isn't waiting for a response. They're just gonna go do it. And hopefully they inform us before they do. That one was sufficient. I'm done. I'll see you next time.